Dear students, welcome to virtual classroom of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. I am Sreekumar. The class is for 10th standard students. Subject is mathematics. Let me begin the class.
Dear students, in the last video you studied about the concept of statistics and you also studied about how to find out the mean of a given set of data, and the formula which you studied in the lower class you repeated and recalled and found that the sum of all scores on a total number of scores will give you the idea about mean of a statistical data, and the formula for that is known to you, and the presentation of the formula also understood in the last video. Further, you studied about another central tendency, what is named as median, and its formula also you studied in the last video. If you have not gone through the last video, please go to the last video of this lesson and then come back and continue in this video so that it will be easy for you to understand further and apply. Just I could introduce you to the formula in the last video, hence I would be trying to give you some little example or a situation in which we will use this formula to solve a situation. And here is a situation which you have already come across about students' mark and its cumulative frequency, and we got an answer. The formula was developed from that, and later we applied the formula and found that the answer is again same. This particular thing was explained to you in the last video. So we will have some little more examples so that you will be a little bit more comfortable to apply the formula. After all, it is applying the formula properly is the best thing you can do to get correct answer. Here is a question for you. Observe the following frequency distribution table. It shows the distance traveled by 60 public transport buses in a day. Find the median distance traveled. Median, you developed the concept that mid value you should get. Here the distance traveled by the bus in kilometers is given 200 to 209 kilometers, 210 to 19 kilometers. That way the data of these 60 buses are given, and 4 buses are coming in this category. So when this kind of data comes and you are asked to find out the median, you need to rearrange it, or you should rearrange it in such a way that the data is perfect. For that you need a separate or new table for that. The issue that there will be some reading like here you can see that 209.5, where we will put that. So we need to have a inclusive data here. So the upper class limit of a class and the lower class limit of the succeeding class should not have any difference. It should be the same. So we will lessen from the higher and add from the lower and make a new table. That is what is the normal practice. So the table can be like this. 200 to 209 can be written as 199.5 and to 209.5. And we found that in the last video by changing this, the class value is not changing. The class value is not changing. Class mark is not changing. So there is no harm in doing like this. So we will create continuous class over here where there is the gap between 2009 and 10 is removed, and we are having 209.5, 209.5. That means we can include, or it is a continuous class. And the frequency we copied from here of 209.5 we will put in this 14. This is frequency, and from that we have to find out the median. That's the question. To get the mid value, we approximately the mid value of this will fall in this class. That also we understood from our experience that the mid value will be neither at that end or this end. It will be the middle of it, and the variation of the class is also very important factor over here. When we think about cumulative frequency, so first one 14, 14 plus 4, 18, 18 plus 26, 44, 44 plus 10, 54, 54 plus 60, like that cumulative frequencies. The assumed median value is in the class 219.5 to 229.5. That is our assumption, and with that assumption we will apply this in the formula which you have already studied, and you will get the answer. So here if you think about the sum of this sigma fi, we will get an answer. It is very simple. You will be getting an answer which is 14 plus 18 plus 26 plus 10 plus 6, which is equal to n, what is equal to 60, and the mid value is n upon 2, which will be naturally 30. So the 30th value will be lying over here, and we can 30th score is the approximate median. We will try to find out. Here 18 is over here. When it comes 44, then naturally the 30th value should be in between in this particular class. That much we know now. The class is 219.5 to 229.5. This class, the mid value or median class, and the median value is remaining. इतना समझने में कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं. Now we know that 18 is below 219.5. You should see the last video. It's a continuation of it. 18 are not coming, so that much is escape. And from 18 to next one is here 44. Otherwise, it is the end of it. So in that case, there is a variation in that 30 minus. We can think about 30. 30 is the mid value, minus 18 is equal to, we know that it is equal to 12. 12 scores are there which is in support of the formula, and we know that the median class is 219.5 and 229.5. So the cumulative frequency of the class is 44. So we will apply all these things in the last formula which we studied, or which I had shown you, the formula L into n upon 2 minus Cf upon f into h. And the data is having all the information required, the lower class limit. In this case, we know that. I will just copy it from there, or I can write the formula here for your convenience. L plus square bracket n upon 2 minus Cf upon f whole multiplied by h. This was the formula, and we will substitute the value in that. The lowest of the median class, the lower value is 219.5, and naturally the square bracket will start. N upon 2 is equal to 30. We know that n is 60, n upon 2 is 30, and cumulative frequency of that class just below the median class, it is equal to 18. And we also have the frequency of the median class, which is equal to 26 in this case, and thereby we can close the bracket, and what is remaining in the class interval is 10. If you solve this, you will be getting the answer, and the answer when calculated happens to be 224.12 is the value of the median class, and it will surely come here. So the formula is one of the fundamental thing in statistics of your class. Concept I made you clearly. Statistics is data collection and enumeration of it, and it will help a lot. In that, first you studied about mean, then you studied about median. Its application is what is the formula application is, that is what is useful now. Understood? There can be many different situations where you will be asked to look at the following table, and the ages of person who visited on a certain day, the median age of the person visiting. Here this is about people who visit a museum, something like that, and this is the age of the people who are visiting the museum, and the question is what, find the median age of the persons visiting. So in this case, we know that less than 10 years 3 persons visit per day, 20 years 10, 30, 22, and 40 people visit, 50, 54, 66, 71. So in the given cumulative frequency table is of less than form. That means, so we'll have to decide the true class limit for first We know that the less than cumulative frequency is associated with upper class limit. So the upper class limit of first class is 10 and that of next class is 20. From that we can conclude that the class interval is 10 if you make. And in this way we can say up to 50, 60 we have to make different class intervals. So let us do that first. This is what I was telling you and it is clearly given. I have made the class interval like this: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. And we know the number of frequency of that can be written by looking into the given table, and it is 3, 10, 22, 40, 54 and 71. If it is 3, next if it is 10, we can understand that the frequency must be 7, and if there are 22 over here, then there should be 12 in this frequency, and this way we can, in reverse direction we can write, because we have already got 3, 10, 22, 40, 74, 70. So what we will do, 10 minus 3, 7 is the frequency here. So we can develop that, and the cumulative frequency we are getting, there are 71 people, there are what we say, number of person visiting the particular museum, and from the list is given, we are asked to find out the median age. These are age: less than 10, less than 20, less than 30, less than 40, less than 50, less than 60. These are ages. So we have got an idea about from the table that now you can think about substituting it in the formula which we have learnt. The formula is again L plus N upon 2 minus CF upon F the whole multiplied by H, the class interval. So you will simply substitute 30 is the value of, this is supposed to be the mid class, 30 to 40. So naturally lowest is 30, so naturally you will be writing L is equal to 30 plus N upon 2, little difficult, 71 upon 2, 35.5, minus C into F, which we are having here, C into F to be cumulative, we have to calculate, and it is happens to be CF, cumulative frequency of that the frequency of the class preceding the median class. We have got the median class over here, so the cumulative frequency preceding is 22. So we'll write 22 over here, and the frequency of happens to be 22 minus 12, 18, 22, 10, 30, 10. So naturally the frequency of the class, median class, is equal to 18. Sorry for the delay. And the class interval in this case happens to be, class interval in this case happens to be 10. So this is the situation. Now we have to solve the situation and get the answer, and the answer happens to be 37.5 after doing it. But you will not be doing it, you will be not be doing, I can do it because I am simply doing it on the computer, but you will be solving it, subtracting it, dividing it with 8, subtracting, adding it with 30, then you will be multiplying with this 10, you will be getting the answer 37.5. The median age of the person visiting the museum became 37.5 years. This way we can make use of the formula. Formula has become very important in statistics. Why? Because through formula you apply, because formula are created with a lot of thingy. Mode is the next thing what you have to study. This is a new thing what you are studying. Mean, median, mode. That is a way of learning. Mode is a group of data. If there is a group of data, from that mode we can find. Mode means it is which particular data is repeated maximum time, that become the mode of that data. मैक्सिमम नंबर रिपीट होने वाले डाटा को मोड दिया है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ ए कंपनी मैन्युफैक्चर साइकिल्स ऑफ डिफरेंट कलर्स, टू नो विच कलर इज मोस्ट वांटेड, सबसे ज्यादा कौन सा कलर बिकता है, देन वी विल द कंपनी नीड्स टू नो दैट, एंड दैट इज द मोड. द कलर ऑफ द साइकिल विच इज द मोड इज दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइप. Okay, and the company manufactures many items, may want to know which item sells most. In such cases, the mode is needed. Which is selling the most? That is a mode of that particular data. We have learned that method of finding out mode of an ungrouped data. Now, we will be trying to find out a method estimation of mode of grouped data. So this I will be going little fast because the formula is given directly, and each and every notation in the formula, like L is a lowercase limit, F1 is the frequency of the model class, and F0 is the frequency of the preceding model class, F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the model class, H is the class interval like before. So from this we can find out the mode of the data. Here is an example for understanding. So we will be learning about mode now, and we are having an example here. The following frequency distribution table shows the classification of a number of vehicles and the volume of the petrol filled in them. Find the mode of the volume. Here, how much petrol is filled in a vehicle? 33 vehicles fill 1 to 2 to 3 liters of petrol, 40 vehicles fill 4 to 6 liters of petrol, 27 vehicles fill 7 to 9 liters of petrol, and 18 vehicles fill 10 to 12 liters of petrol, 12 fill 13 to 15. From this you are asked to find out the mode of the volume of liter of petrol that is this. Which category, which particular sequence, whether it is 4 to 6 or 7 to 9 or 10 to 12, which particular volume of liter, volume of petrol that normally maximum people fill. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग कितना लीटर भरते हैं, मतलब 1 to 3 भरने वाला ज़्यादा है कि 13 to 15 भरने वाला. From looking at the table, we will say that the given classes are not continuous. Again, 1 to 3 के बाद 4 to 6 दिया है. So it's a tough job. So we will rearrange the data like before. That 1 to 3 will be written as 0.5 to 3.5, 4 to 6. So we made a rearrangement. Accordingly, we changed the filled the frequency also. Accordingly, because it is not affecting it. That's what we learned earlier. So from the above data, the model class is 3.5 to 6.5. Understood? 3.5 to 6.5. That is a model class. Okay, now we have the formula to apply. We will apply the formula and solve the situation. What is the formula we studied? We studied the formula to find out the mode L plus F1 minus F0, F1 minus F0 upon 2 into F1 minus F0 minus F2, then whole multiplied by H. So in this case, the lowest value is 3.5. Start the bracket. Like before, start the bracket. 40 minus 33, this 40 and the other one 33 upon, that is F and Fi and F0. 33 is the frequency here. And here below we are having 2 into F1 minus F0. F1 minus F0, F1 is 40. F0 is 33. Understood? Minus F2, that is 27. We will put all this value and close the bracket, and H is the difference. 0.5 to 3.5 means 3. So we have to solve this. When we solve this, we get an answer which is equal to 3.5 plus 7 upon 80 minus 60 into 3. From that, we will conclude that 3.5 plus the whole thing can be converted into 80 minus 60 and 7 up and 3 outside. It can be summarized as 21 upon 20, which is on calculation we get 4.55. What we are trying, if we simply directly apply the formula in this kind of situation, we will be getting the mode of filling the petrol or the vehicle. That means most commonly people have put 4.55 liters of petrol. That particular category is the mode of this data. Cricket match में 11 people are there. Most commonly made score or run will be around 30. 30 is very common. Like that this. So we have studied the center tendency, mean, median and mode, and we also understood before selecting any of these measures we have to know the purpose for the selection. And suppose we have to judge the performance of 5 divisions of standard and in the external examination, internal examination. For both the purpose we have to find the mean of marks the student in each division. To find out to judge the performance of 5 divisions. What we have to get, we need to have mean for that. Performance measure कर रहे तो हमको mean चाहिए. But if you have to make 2 groups of students in a division, अब class में 2 division बनाना है, so we don't have to use the concept of mean. Our average नहीं निकाल रहे. We will apply the concept of median so that we can divide that class into 2 groups according to their marks. So the division is what is done through median. And तीसरा एक सिचुएशन है, बचत ग्रुप इज प्रोड्यूसिंग चॉक्स. बचत ग्रुप का काम चौक बनाता है. वांट्स टू नो अबाउट द कलर ऑफ द chalks having maximum. Which color का chalk ज़्यादा है? That is the which color of the chalk the people having demand. कौन सा color का chalk का demand है? That color is said to be the mode of that particular data. So mode can be like which one which is repeated in most demand, most best performance, and that way we understand mode. So my dear students, I'm stopping this video here, and more explanation will be given in the next video. Thank you.
Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.